Hello everyone and welcome to Day Job. I am your host, Code Marvelous. Today we are going to be playing a low stack that I've been working on. And without further ado, let's take a first bet. Happy Friday, everybody. Alright, Ag Infusion. This should be interesting. This is a bad hand for bad people. I'm gonna mulligan that. That's way better. Alright, so let's draw. Nice. We want that in the opener, or pretty close to it, because that's the cornerstone of our deck. And we've got Clippy, so we can deal with Chiashi. Morning, James. Alright, we're doing just fine. We're getting rid of a lot of extras early, that's good. The deck list is in the show notes. There we go. I was going to say, we really need some way to tutor for our decoder. Or we could just draw it. Check HQ. Alright, that kind of stinks, but we got an agenda out of the deal. All right. Alrighty then. We're going a lot slower than I would like. We haven't found any multi-access. Well, we had a gauntlet, and then I let it get trashed because I wanted the Obicata. Okay, so let's go into server 1. Fernando Cortez. Please don't be another Nisei. That's bad. I think we just lose here because I was a little too pensive in the early game. I mean, I feel like Rubicon is a more cost-effective way of firing my breaker generally than using the birds. The birds seem really, really expensive. I don't know, what do we think? How do we build a good low stack? Take a look at the list and let me know what you think. Thank you. We're back in the game. But those Nisei counters are bad for business. How's everybody's Friday going? Anybody got exciting Netrunner plans this weekend? I am going to a tournament tomorrow, and I still have no idea what I'm playing on either side. I have narrowed it down to some variant of this, or a Val Cypher Amakua deck. That scarcity of resources is going to haunt the shit out of us. Gotta deal with it though. We have to force a Nisei token to be triggered here very soon. I think I need a money up, get Gauntlet down, and run HQ to try to force the Nisei pop. Because what'll happen is if I put Temujin on, let's say, this server, they'll just throw me into another server and destroy it. Okay, so scarcity of resources, kids, is bad for you. Yeah, I think we lose here. I don't think there's a way we get in more than once. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna break it, obviously, and then we're going to throw it onto R&D. We're gonna go in again. I think we got it. Would somebody mind posting the stats of the bird breakers in there? In the chat? Because I feel like we'd need Ice Analyzer for that. And some way to get them out of our hand and onto the table. I think Hernando Cortez just won us the game. Morning, Merrick. Hernando Cortez just won us the game. Hernando. You as well. So let's look at these bird breakers. These burbs. Those are all, what, from Flashpoint, right? They're all criminal. These are all so bad. So we've got that. That. And that. These are all pretty rough sauce and they're really expensive. Sure, we'll take it because the let's get some money. While the money is good. Let's check archives. Okay. Architect is back in a big way. I don't know why people aren't playing Mimic, because they should be. At least we get a consolation prize of $4. Okay, so let's draw. Let's get down. You know, I added in a third Rosetta, and I think we only saw one in the entire last game. We need to start hammering. I want to get Gauntlet down soon. Thank you for the second ice. What I really need is for Rubicon. Well, I guess technically if I run first click, I mean, I'm going to hit a Fairchild though. That's the problem. And I want, well, I guess I wouldn't be able to de-res it anyway. Alright, well, there's Kyros, so that's pretty okay. I think our cred denial game plan is somewhat dead, but what are you gonna do? But I thought we were screwed in the other game, and we pulled it out with hard Los Math. So, who knows? Alright, let's do it. My opponent assured me that this was not just a lockout deck. Hey, you decide not to res ice, you're gonna just give me a free access. That's something to remember, everybody, is if you decide to do the thing where you just don't give me any ice to do my shit with, you're just giving me free accesses, which is statistically a lot better for me than it is for you. So I think next turn, first click. No, this is a hard-hitting news kill deck. Oh, maybe not. That's somewhat less impactful since we have so much drip going. Let's get Kyros down. Let's run HQ. We need money. We're very low on money. That's a lot better. We need to just money up. We're not in any kind of dire straits. What we don't want to do is run when we don't have the ability to do our combo. Los is a very tactical deck. So let's run HQ. That's got to get down eventually, so let's get it down now. So now we're accessing 3 cards because of Gauntlet. Sandberg. Okay, we'll trash that. I mean, you can have tons of money. Hope your last click is playing a current. Has any James? You brought up the bird breakers. Has anybody in the channel ever done a successful Los bird deck? I know people had some success with it in the cash refresh format. I wonder if people had their defeat Rosetta Merrick, which I haven't drawn despite having 3 copies of it. But what is my opponent doing? Okay. We still don't have. So. More food for Blue Moose. Right. Now I'm pretty sure we're locked out forever. Hopefully that's a code gate in front of that. I feel pretty okay about how that went. I think we can safely let's check server 2. This is very miserable. I'm not a big fan of this. This is bad because I need to check archives, but I can't. We're in bad shape because I can't get a killer. Hey, it just saved me a lot of money there and got me a global food that would have ended the game, so I call that a victory. I feel like one of our fringe benefits right now is because we managed to land the employee strike, a ton of money cards are in the trash. Screw it. We gotta go into archives. So, I think this deck has a lot of power to it. I didn't want to click through Turing because there was 11 face downs in archives. There are around one card left. There had to be agendas in archives. That's why I did it. So this deck, it works. It's just very tactical and slow. And everything has to be measured because you never want to run without being able to use these two cards in the same turn. And plus, whatever was in this server was not winning them the game next turn. It was getting them to 6 points. Let's look at our deck. Look at all those Rosettas. There in the bottom. Our killers were pretty far down. Let's get another game. I don't know, people. Should I play Los or should I play Smoke for the tournament this weekend? Or Val? Mulligan. Okay, going again. Get that money down. Raven is a nice ice. I hope there's some ravens in here, because ravens, we can do our Rubicon combo without actually having to break or encounter the ice, which is pretty good, turns out. One of the weirdest things about this deck archetype, however, is the way you kind of just hang back and stretch until you can really economically leverage your stuff. One of the nice things about this build is you can install stuff, because it's not like it's a surprise that you're playing this shit. Should we check HQ? Let's check HQ. Yeah, so we'll go out. We'll Rubicon it for nothing. But we know that that's there now. What's the worst that could happen? We know that that's there. So we'll leave that there for now, because we don't want to get hard-hitting used. Once we get Kyros, we can just hammer that resistor over and over for money if we like. Oh no, they stopped our bullshit. Okay. We don't want to run because we can't do any of our tricks afterwards, so let's just get a buck. They're drawn for something. Alright. So let's do R&D this time. That's good to know that that's there. Check archives. I'll take it. We need more money. Is NAPD gone? We are in post-rotation. I assume from the way all of you are talking, it's post-rotato. It's not post-rotated. Alright, I'm going to need to get it down eventually. So let's just do that. So, this weekend, Saturday, probably around noon, 1-ish, I'll be streaming at Core 2.0 and Post-Rotation Game Night Kit up in Philly. Just check HQ. I'm gonna see what. I was very stupid there. And ran last click. See, I'm not even taking my own advice. Okay. Well, first click. Let's run R&D. Like now we put down Gauntlet. We run H. We see if anything else gets rezzed. Perfect. Well, and that's game. I like it. I like this low stack a lot. What do people think? The Ice Man. I think we've got a fair bit of power here. Yeah. I kind of want something cheaper than Inversificator, but Inversificator is a really good card because it helps me move around code gates if, you know, I'm forced into a run where I can't use my D-Res tricks. So it helps me get problem code gates onto other servers. Yeah. In a more normal game, what I would do is I would not install Gauntlet. I'd run HQ a bunch of times to try to get 2 ice resed. And then after they've got the ice res that I leave up, I drop Gauntlet and go in. And what, in pace of Paperclip? Well, how am I boosting that? Like, doesn't that have a base strength of 0? I'm pretty sure. That's miserable. I mean, I think Equivocation is not Equivocation, Inversificator is a really strong card. No, not in Losh, you guess. You don't think Inversificator's good? Yeah. I feel like the barriers are too cheap right now for that to be a good move. Like, it's costing me a lot more money than it's costing them to do that trick. Yeah, I don't know if we're rich enough, though. I mean, that's true. But if I was going to do something like that, so let's say we put Ankusa in the deck. And then, do we take Paperclip out or do we leave it? Also, Ankusa has a very strong anti-synergy with Gauntlet. Or does it still count? No, because the ice. Does Ankusa have a non-bonus with Gauntlet? Or does it Does the card remember, like Jeeves, that I broke the ice even though the ice isn't there anymore? Let me look that up. Why isn't Anchor laid out in a way that makes sense? Yeah, I mean, I think a better argument can be made for it in Smoke, because Smoke doesn't pay 3 influence for it. That's true. That is certainly a way to force feed my ability. That's definitely something to consider. I mean, Abigail's not a bad breaker. Yeah, I mean, I guess my problem with Ankusa, and the thing I'm concerned about, is that it's a card that does good work if you're already winning. Right? You need to be reasonably far ahead of the corp as far as money in order for that to really work, right? That's my biggest concern. I mean, thank you for reminding me of this card, though, because I'm thinking about building a CT Magnum Opus build. And I think this is a natural fit for Dinosaurus. Because this starting at 2 is way better. Or is it 3? I don't remember how much Dinosaurus has. I want to say it's 2. Yeah, it's 2 strength. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I'll definitely test that. I don't think, I mean, ugh. Well, I would also say that Ankusa is really good if people are playing, like, vanilla. But I think that is going to become less prevalent as people are starting to realize how good Turtles is. I feel like the more people realize how nightmarish Turtles is, the less good it's going to get. Do you know what I mean? For that cheap ice. So let's talk about the most common barriers we're likely to see. We're likely to see vanilla. We're likely to see Miromati in Wayland, Ice Wall, IP Block, and Resistor. Yeah, I mean, See, but then, whew, Diana's Hunt. Woo! Spicy. That's some spicy meatball time right there. Eli 1.0 is Rotato. There's no Eli 1.0. Alright, I actually have to get going to work, but we will continue this discussion. I mean, I'll test it out. I'll put it in place of Inversificator and just go up to 2 Abigails. And then just probably get 2 Mongooses. Yeah. Because we can't bear the Femme Fatale. And I'll let it. Alright, everybody. Thank you as always for taking time out of your day to come hang out with me and watch me play Netrunner. If you like what I'm doing, please take a look at the links in the show notes below and consider becoming a patron. All of my patrons got to participate in the deck club last night. We built a really cool Blitz silhouette deck. It was a lot of fun. We worked together on it. We tested it together. If you want to be a part of that experience, you can just back the channel at any level, even the $1 level, and you'll qualify for next month's deck club. Have a great day, everybody, and until I see you all again, always be running.